Hi everybody, welcome to your practice today. I'm not sure about you, but I am tired. I am more tired than normal. It's harder for me to wake up in the morning, and I think it's simply a product of all the things that are happening in the world right now. And so what that means, for me anyway, is that sometimes I don't feel really energized and that I have enough juice to do a strong practice, which doesn't mean that I don't get on my yoga mat. When I'm feeling tired, I like to do a more gentle practice, particularly in the evenings, more of a wind down. And that's what this practice is today. Today, we'll do an evening wind down practice that's meant to nourish you, calm your nerves, release tension, and make you feel nice. So for this practice, you'll need a strap. And if you want a little extra cozy factor, you can grab a blanket too. So let's start on our backs, shall we? So come on down onto your back. And we'll start by taking a constructive rest. So let the knees be bent, but the heels are a distance away from the buttocks. Feet are on the floor, and we'll just start breathing. We'll just start noticing the body, the breath, and the brain. You feel the floor under you. If you wish, close your eyes. Let's start by simply extending the exhales. Longer exhales produce a more soothing, calming sensation for the brain. So let's just take a regular inhalation and then extend the exhale a bit longer. And let's use a count to make this easier. Breathing in for, say, 3 breaths. And let's breathe out for twice that. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 3. And out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more like that. Breathing in for 3. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now just breathing normally, but consciously. So be aware. From here, let's take one more deep breath in and out. And then on the end of that exhale, draw the navel down toward the spine, squeezing out the last of the air. And keeping the low belly firm, bring your knees into your chest. And just rock side to side here. Feel your sacrum on the ground, your SI joints on the floor. And then come back to center and bring your knees right over your hips and resist the urge to arch the back here. Try to keep the front ribs buttoned down a little bit, the low belly firm, and the knees above the hips. Take the feet at about knee level, and I'll take my hands at shoulder level, palm down. Squeeze the knees and the inner ankles together, breathing in. And as you exhale, hover the knees maybe a third or halfway over to the right. Use your upper body here. Plant the hands, anchor the upper arms and the shoulder blades. Breathing in and out. On your next breath in, bring the knees back up and exhale, squeezing them lightly. We'll hover them to the left. Keep your feet flexed, the soles of the feet open, and the toes spread. On your next inhale, keeping the low belly firm, bring the knees back up. And once again, hover to the right. This time, I'm going to turn my head to the left. Breathing. And squeezing knees and ankles together. Inhale up to center. And exhale over to the left, head turning to the right. And as you inhale, come back up to center. Wrap the hands around either the shin bones or the backs of your legs. Take a breath. And exhale, lift your head, squeezing the air out, nose to the knees. Inhale, lower the head. Again, exhale, squeeze, nose to knees. Inhaling, release, last time. Exhale, nose to knees, squeeze. Then keeping the right knee pulled in, release the left leg out and release the head. Take that strap and loop the strap around that right foot. I'm going to take it right across the ball of my foot, and I'll straighten out the leg, giving myself enough strap to do so. If you can reach up and grab your right big toe, you can certainly do that. But as this is more of a restorative, gentle practice, feel free to use a strap, even if you can grab your big toe. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, I'd like you to think about straightening the knee, at the same time using your hands to pull the leg a little closer towards you. Now don't forget about the left leg. You'll want to flex that foot, keeping the leg somewhat active. Remember, it's a more gentle wind down practice. You can think about a slight external rotation in that right knee. So the knee faces the shoulder as opposed to the chest or the other shoulder. So externally rotating the leg a little bit, pulling with the hands, straightening with the legs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift the head, lift the shoulder blades, and begin to draw the leg a little closer. If you have bend in the elbows, you might take the bend behind you, or you might hold on to the foot or the ankle, draw the leg in as you use the abdominals to lift the head and the torso. You might play with pointing and flexing the foot, the right foot. Take a deep breath in here and exhale. Inhale, lower the head. Hold on to the strap with your right hand, and I'm going to really externally rotate my leg here. And I'll begin to heavy the toe tips and take the leg out to the right. I'm going to turn my head to the left, and my left hand might stay on my left ribs or reach out for my left thigh. Either way, it's anchoring the left side of my body. See if you can push the foot against the strap and pull the strap against the foot. We're breathing slow and deep. And then as you inhale, bring your head back to center and bring the leg up, pushing against the strap. 2 hands to the strap or the foot, take a breath. And as you exhale, lift up, nose to knee, and lower the head and release the leg. And just be there a moment and feel that. Sometimes our days are so busy that we rarely pause to feel what we feel. So let's do that now. From here, press lightly into the right heel, bring your left knee in, give it a squeeze, and then loop the strap around that left foot, maybe around the ball of the foot. Hold on to the strap with both hands, or if you can take the big toe, that is an option. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, pull the leg towards you, and at the same time, you're pushing the foot against the strap, pushing the leg straight. And so we're breathing in and out. And remember, there's a little external rotation of that left leg. And just by doing that rotation, I suddenly feel the outside leg line there. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift the head, lift the shoulder blades, and begin to pull the leg towards you, but the leg stays as straight as you can, and the foot is pushing against the strap as well. Think about anchoring that left butt bone down toward the floor and towards your right foot. Take another deep breath here, in and out, and then inhale, lower the head, externally rotate the leg and take the foot out to the side. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can. And again, the right ribs stay down, the right thigh stays down, the right buttock, the right heel, everything on that right side is anchored. Keep pushing the foot lightly against the tension of the strap and turn your head to the right. And breathe. Breathe in and out. One more breath here, take your time. And then as you inhale, head to center, bring the leg back up to center, 2 hands to the strap or the leg. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, lift up, and again you might point and flex that left foot, hearing lots of popping and cracking in my ankle, in a good way. And then as you inhale, lower your head and release the leg. And once again, just feel that, feel that. And from this position, we'll take one more twist. So bring your right foot into a bent position. Jog the hips to your right, just a bit. Left hand guides the right knee across the body. And we're taking this on a diagonal. So the right knee not only is moving toward the floor, it's moving down toward my other foot. My right shoulder blade and arm are stretched out on the floor. Ooh, and we're breathing. Deep breath in and out. And as you inhale, come back to center, jog the hips, left, straighten out, right leg, bend the left, and we'll switch sides. Knee presses toward the floor and down toward the other foot. Left shoulder and arm anchors you. And then use your breath to deepen this twist. It feels wonderful. And from here, come back to center and bring both knees into the chest. Now your choice, you can either roll to one side and push your way up to sit, or you might take some rolls. Inhale, roll up, rounding the back. Exhale, roll back. Couple more. And then on your next inhalation, as you roll up, cross your ankles and come into pose of the child. Knees together, toes together, stretch the arms out in front of you. Nice deep breath in and out into the back body. And then spreading the fingers, inhale, round the back, come up to hands and knees, and arch the spine, pull back to pose of the child. And again, inhale, rounding. Exhale, arching. 3 more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Synchronizing movement with breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more. And then from your pose of the child, walk your hands in and sit up in Virasana. Now, if Virasana isn't comfortable sitting back on the heels, you might sit up on a block or a folded blanket, or you might sit cross-legged. Just be comfortable. Take the hands behind you and grab onto your elbows, grab onto your forearms, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And it is as though you are trying to pull your elbows apart from one another. So hold on to the forearms, squeeze the shoulder blades lightly together and down the back, and then pull. Try to pull those elbows apart from one another. Breathing in and out. And release. Sweep the arms in front, right arm on top of left. Make the wrists intertwine as well. Press the palms. And again, we're trying to pull the arms apart. So press that midline. Press the palms. Breathe into the shoulder blades. Breathe into the upper back. Keep sitting tall. And release, bring the hands behind you, this time clasp all 10 fingers. Bending the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades closer together, the inner elbows closer together. And sitting tall, straighten the arms a little bit or a lot, depending on your shoulder flexibility. And if you'd like a little bit more challenge, lift the knuckles away from the floor, opening up the fronts of the shoulders and the collarbones. And feel that. Feel that. Try to breathe into the space around the shoulders, the throat, the collarbones, and the chest. One more breath here. And release. Left arm sweeps around on top. And again, we'll press the midline. Press the elbows together. Press the palms together. Nice big breath in and out. And release. And again, just sit a moment and feel. Feel what you feel across the shoulders and the chest, the upper back. Take a nice breath in, right ear toward the right shoulder. Even though we are obviously stretching the neck here, we're also squeezing the legs. We're squeezing the muscles of the legs. The way I like to think about it is comparing it to a kitchen sponge. And you're squeezing the water out of a kitchen sponge so that when you release it, the sponge or the muscles can absorb fresh liquid. As you inhale, come back up. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. And notice where the mind goes and when it goes. And bring it back. Take one more deep breath here, in and out, floating the head back up to center. Come onto your hands and knees, and do so slowly. After Virasana, the legs can often be a little slow and tender. So just come into your hands and knees nice and slow. Turn all 10 toes under. Sit back on your heels, stretching the balls of the feet. And I'm pressing my hands down and forward to enhance that stretch in the feet. Take one more breath here, and just pressing the hands and the feet, elevate the knees a little bit. Elevate them a little more, and then press back into your down dog. And let's just walk the dog here, stretching out the backs of the legs and the calves. Breathing in and out. The next time your right knee bends, leave it bent. Pick up the hips as you inhale and lean the hips to your right. Look under your left arm. Breathe into the left side body. That feels really nice. And come back to center. Bend your left knee. Pick up your hips. Take a breath. And lean the hips left. Look under the upper right arm. Breathe into the stretch. And come back to center. Pick up your left leg. Deep breath in. And step the foot forward. Bring your right knee to the floor. Walk your left foot to the left a few inches. Turn the left toes out. And come on down to your elbows. And if you need a block here under the elbows, that's certainly fine. And we're sinking the pelvis forward and down towards the floor. And that left foot turning out facilitates that external rotation of that left hip a little bit. And so you're here, you're breathing. Maybe it's the end of your day and you're watching a movie with your kid. Or maybe you're reading a book, or maybe you're checking your email. Or maybe you're on your mat focused and breathing, not being distracted by other things. Take a nice deep breath here, in and out. And then moving that right forearm to the right a little bit, turn to your left. Left hand can come onto that inner left leg line and you can press it away, lean back. If you're ready for a deeper stretch of the right hip, you might reach back and take that foot. Pull the heel toward the buttocks, lean back. Breathe in and out. Keep heavying, as a verb, heavying the pubic bone towards that left heel. Breathe in and out. And then release that back foot if you've got it. Bring the hands down onto your mat and lift the back knee. Begin to lift the hips, and with your left leg, begin to push the ground away until you have straightened that left leg as much as you can, and you should feel a nice stretch on the outside of that left leg. This should feel familiar, because if you were on your back right now, this would look very similar to one of our beginning postures with this strap, the straight leg stretch with the strap. And so I'm feeling that in that same area. Take one more deep breath here, in and out. Soften that knee bend, press back into a one-legged downward facing. Not done with the left leg yet. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, left knee to the left wrist. Bring the shin down for a pigeon preparation. So sitting down in the outside of that left leg line, if you need to prop yourself up with a folded blanket or a block, feel free. Come on down to the elbows, and let's just take some lateral movement side to side. We don't have to hold perfectly still in our yoga practice. There can be movement within the postures. Couple more breaths here. And even if you are, for example, watching a movie with your family or reading here or whatever it is that you might be doing, if you're combining your yoga with other activities, stay mindful of your breath. Keep breathing. Stay mindful of your thoughts. Take one more breath here, in and out. And coming back to center, bring the hands underneath you, snug them in close to that front foot. Turn your back toes under, lift that back knee a moment, lift the chest into a back bend, let the back of the head be heavy, and step it back into downward facing dog. Walking your dog, and we'll take that on the other side. So right leg reaches up, deep breath in. Step it forward between the hands. Bring your back knee to the floor. Walk your foot to the right a few inches. Turn the foot out and come on down to your hands or maybe to your elbows, your forearms. Use a block. You might find that you don't need to descend in order to feel it strongly in that right hip. You might feel it right up here. Couple deep breaths, and you might incorporate some lateral movement side to side, like you did in the pigeon pose. Find what feels good for you. Explore the posture. Explore your sensations. Take a breath here, and bring that left hand out to the side a bit. Maybe the forearm comes out to the left. Turn towards your right leg and take a few palm presses on that right inner thigh. pushing the leg away as you lean back. And then that final option in this posture is to reach back and grab the foot, pull the heel toward the buttock. You may not need to do very much to feel a lot here, particularly if you've been sitting a fair amount at your desk or on your couch or in your car. Let the pelvis descend. Let the pubic bone melt towards that right heel. One more deep breath here. If you have the foot, release it. Bring 2 hands to the floor. Walk your right foot back to center just a bit. Press, oh no, hang on. Releasing that back foot, bring the hands to the mat. Turn your back toes under. Lift the back knee. Begin to lift the hips. And like we did on the other side, begin to push the floor away with your right foot, straightening that right knee until you feel sensation in the leg. And I do indeed feel sensation in the leg. You might also focus your attention on the pinky toe edge of that right foot. Pressing the ground away. Take one more breath. And then soften the knee bend, step it back and do a one-legged down dog. Oop, and then pigeon. Bring that right knee towards the right wrist. Square the hips to face forward. You might walk that left foot back behind you to lengthen your pigeon. Take a deep breath in and come on down to wherever it is that you feel a nice stretch. And we're breathing. You might choose some lateral movement, side to side. You might choose stillness. And take one more breath. And walking your hands in, draw the navel in a little, turn your back toes under, and lift the chest, and maybe lift that back knee a bit. Let the back of the head be heavy, lift the gaze, smile a little bit, if not outwardly, then inwardly. And then from here, press into the hands, step it back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in your downward facing. Bending the knees, look forward, walk your feet forward and have a seat on your mat. Let the knees bend and the soles of the feet come together, but the heels are a distance away from the pubic bone. Hands to the shin bones, take a deep breath in, sit tall, and exhale, forward fold. Bringing the face in the direction of the feet. Close the eyes and breathe. So it appears here that my camera turned off for a couple of minutes during the recording of the video. So just listen to my voice and the video will soon resume. From your forward bend, sit on up, take a breath, and ease yourself down onto your elbows and then down onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest, wrap the arms around the shin bones, take a deep breath in, and exhale, lift the head, squeeze the legs, give yourself a hug, nose to knees. Inhale, release the head down, release the legs out slowly, one at a time. Turn your palms up, get nice and comfortable, and take rest. Enjoy your Shavasana. rolling onto one side. Use your hands to press yourself up to sit. And notice how you feel. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your brain feels. Notice your emotional state. And bring the palms together at heart center. I hope your yoga brings you as much joy as it brings me. Thank you so much for joining me for practice, and I look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.